Gemini has some changes to their model access and usage limits. And I want to go through some of this because this might pretty drastically change how you use the Gemini app. So first of all, if you want to get to this page, it's just gemini.google.com, and then you'll probably have to log in. Even if you have a free account, you log in so that it can track your usage. And what you'll see is if you come down on the left here and click on this little gear, this will open up your settings menu. And there's a new thing here, and it's usage limit. So if you click on that, now you have this current usage, which is basically your 5-hour usage. And then you have a weekly limit. And we'll go over those in a second, but it's like this, for me at least, this was not here. I think it just got here like 2 days ago. But if you click on the learn more here, you'll go over to this page and we can go through some of this. So yeah, this started on May 17th, so 2 days ago. And let me see here. So now, yeah, so the changes are only if you're 18 or over. If you're under 18, then you shouldn't see any changes. According to this, I don't know. I am over 18, so I don't know. I don't have an under 18 account. But according to this, if you're under 18, there are no changes. And then down here, you have the list of what's changing. And you have, back up here, you have your usage limits for Gemini apps. And it says Gemini will move to compute-based usage limits that refresh every 5 hours. So that's, you come here and this top section here, this is your 5-hour usage until you reach your weekly limit. And calculation of your usage will factor in the complexity of your prompt, the features you use, and the length of your chat. And paid users have higher limits than those without a Google AI subscription. And premium models and features require more usage and may cause you to reach your limit faster. And features include media generation, so images, music, videos, deep research, the pro model, extended thinking, and deep think. And then it has a usage limit table here. It's kind of confusing, I think. So it's like without a plan, it's just quote unquote standard limit. I don't know what that means. And then all of the other levels are just multiples of the standard limits that aren't really defined. So plus is double the standard limit, pro is 4 times the standard limit, and then ultra is 20 times higher than pro. I think that it's just like standard limits and it's kind of vague because it's not set. And this is what a lot of the big AI companies are dealing with right now. It's like Anthropic just did something similar, and, et cetera, where it's just the usage is so variable that it's hard to say like 100 prompts or 100 image generations or 10 videos or whatever. That it's hard to put numbers on it because it really depends on token usage, and there's input tokens, there's output tokens. If you're doing thinking, there's reasoning tokens. There's all kinds of stuff that goes into these prompts and these features and these models that I don't know how, honestly, they could even say like your limit is this much, 100 prompts. So again, Google just calls it standard limits. And I think your best bet is going to be going into Gemini app and just using it and then coming back to this page and looking at what your percentage used is. And the 5-hour limits are going to be probably a better indicator. If you go in and you make 1 image and then 10 images or whatever it is, you come back and this has gone up to 10% after 1 image, then it gives you kind of a rough idea. But yeah, I mean, we'll link this this help article in the description if you want to read through it. But I mean, that's the whole thing right there. There's not a ton in there, but the big, story here is that there's definitely a usage limit, tracker within Gemini app now. And I mean, honestly, I think that they've been doing this behind the scenes anyway. I think all of them do this behind the scenes just because, like, the 5 hour limit is a thing that almost all the major AI companies do. And the weekly limit or monthly limit or something is some kind of cutoff that they all have been doing. It's just you might not have been able to see it. And I don't think that it's new with Gemini. I just think the new thing is that you are now able to see it. So it's not like, for example, when Nano Banana 2 came out, people started using it like crazy. And then, they used to be able to do 30 image generations with Nano Banana or even Nano Banana Pro, and they can only do like 10 with Nano Banana 2. And like, what's happening here? I don't know what's going on. And again, I think behind the scenes, there was one of these that was just slowly going up, but you just couldn't see it. So now they're just showing you like, okay, here's your usage, just so you know you're getting close. But I can't prove that. So either way, you now have, when you go to Gemini, you can come down to your settings and then you have a usage limit option here, and it will track your 5 hour usage. And then again, it'll reset 5 hours after, whenever. And then that will just build up to your weekly limit, and that'll reset, 1 week after. So be aware of whatever you're using in Gemini. Again, like if you're using, the higher tier models, if you're using the higher level thinking, if you're using more images, if you're creating more videos, if you're doing more music, if you're doing, the more that you do in here, the more features you use, the more you basically stress the tools, the more it will go towards your usage. So keep an eye on that, and you always have the option to, upgrade your plan and then you get more usage. But I think for most people, your best bet is going to be to just be more intentional with the things that you're doing, and, kind of clean up your prompts and just maybe only use the tools when it makes sense to use the tools, not just kind of all the time because it's easier and more convenient or whatever, because I believe you're going to get cut off faster. And if you're more intentional about how you use the tools, you can still get, maximum benefit out of, the money you're spending or the time you're spending on it. But either way, just occasionally look at how much usage you're actually accruing so that you can just kind of stay in front of when you're going to get cut off. But Gemini has new model access and usage limits that you can see and that you can track. So watch that as you use it and adjust accordingly. And we'll see you next time.